Have you taken the trade setups multiple times? Over maybe 10 trade setups, between 5 and 10 trade setups that I've sent out for London session. Have you taken those? Now, if you have been with me for a while, you will understand that after 6 hours, when I send out the trade setups, after about 6 hours or so, we'll report back, or you will see. You go back and look at the setup and look at the charts, and you will see that, man, this boy went about 25, 30 pips. But that's if you can, wait it out. London session, you sitting there, it's 3 o'clock in the morning if you in the US, Eastern Standard Time. It's most of the time it's inconvenient for most people, but we got a hunger to get these pips that we will sacrifice. And that's what you have to do unless you got the perfect situation. I had to sacrifice. So, and it's worth it. You will notice that the trade setups is going to go about 30 pips, but it's London session. It's early in the morning or late at night, and time goes by really slow, and it feels like it's taking a long time. It's really not. It's only 3 hours. You give it another 6 hours of monitoring. Most people don't got the time. I know you got to get to bed, get to work in the morning or whatever. You don't stay up and see those moves. But people that's been around for a while, you see those moves. They happen. Sometimes it's going to go straight there, and sometimes it's going to pull back around 4 o'clock, consolidate, and then go back to where it was trying to go the first place for another 20 pips. Boom, now you at around 30, 35. So on average, the trade setups, I would say about right now the market has been, with the crashing of the banks and all of that. Before all of that, I would say about 80% of the time, the trade setups is going to go about, now I would say about 70, about 30 pips, 30, 35 pips. But, I'm keeping close track of this stuff. Lately, because of all the stuff that's going on in the world, and just if you stay in the news, you see what's going on. The not wanting to mess with the U.S. banks anymore, cutting the U.S. dollar out, all this stuff is affecting us. So now it's been spotty. So now, it'll go 30 pips, but it ain't like 70% no more. Right now, it may get better after, later into the summertime, but right now I would say about down to about 55, maybe 60% that they go on 30 pips or more. So we got to watch that. But for all my beginners on here, that's what I'm catering to right now. I would say about, for the beginners, between 12 and 15 pips. If your entry is at the zones, you will see what I'm talking about. But if your entry is at the zone between 12 and 15 pips, if you're just waking up for London and you know that you're not about to monitor this for 6 hours or so, you want to live between 12 and 15 pips. I'm telling you that straight up. And if you're, I would say intermediate, if you're a beginner and you don't have a clue, once the trade get to going and you don't even have to, like, you get nervous and it's like, oh man, it's kind of wicking out. Is it going to pull back too deep? Is it going to go back to my entry? Is it going to continue to drop? If you're like that, if you're that person for London session, then you need to live in the range of 10 to 12 pips. You could try to get the 15 because sometimes that'll just fall in your lap. But if you wherever you enter at and it starts playing around and you're not sure and you doubting, you want to live in between that 10 and 12. Well, guess what? You upset about that. You let down about that. You can only trade what you understand, though. I don't care who you got trying to teach you what. You can only trade what you can understand. So if the market, see, let me give you an example. I'm in the trade. Market is pulling back. I'm in one of my live classes, right? Market is pulling back. One of the students is sweating bullets. One of the students is ready to cut the trade loss. Cut the basically stop loss, basically lose the trade. And in my mind, I'm like, it ain't nowhere near the stop loss. Just because it's pulling back 10 pips, you must took a big lot size. Oh, that ain't what I expected. What? You see what I'm saying? He don't understand. So his understanding is way different than mine. I'm more calm, patient. I took the trade because I'm willing to lose the money. And I'm only risking amount that I'm willing to lose. See, I have to talk to you about this in order for you to walk into the realm of catching more pips. I used the right lot size. I was willing to lose the money. I didn't just think about the profit. I was willing to lose the money had it hit the stop loss. Or I don't trade thinking that I'm gonna win every single time. I don't know if that's a good, healthy mindset, because what if it goes against you? Now you start closing out trades too early. Or you go the other way and you start, when the trade is pulling back to your stop loss, you're holding it because you don't want to lose. You made up in your mind, I'm going to win this trade. So you're going to try to fight to win this trade, even if you go into 50 pip drawdown. You will stay in the trade for 2 days just to not lose. So going into every trade saying I'm about to win this, of course you want to win it, but it's more so about the process. So if you can start thinking like this, then you can walk into catching more pips. So I just want you to be honest. If you're that nail biter and price is going, you up 10 pips and you don't have a clue what's going on, then 10 pips to 12 pips is your range. If you're a little bit better than that, you could probably live in between that 15 pip range. 15 to 20 pip range. Now you might not get the 20, you might get 18, and then you start seeing it play around, and then that's pretty much your max. And now you're starting to sweat bullets. See, some people get up 5 pips and they start getting nervous and confused. You're past that. You start getting nervous more around when they get to 15, 16, 17. Now you like, oh man, is it about to pull back? Should I just take profit? Yes. If you're thinking like that, take the profit. And then some people can get and hold it all the way up until 25, 30 before they start rationalizing and not knowing what's going on. Okay? So be honest with yourself. Please. One day at a time. These wins add up, team. I'm telling you. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, and let's make this money, baby. Peace.